everybody, and welcome to Snoozer Storytime Adventures. How are you doing today, Snoozer?
Mrs. Hamilton, I am super duper excited.
Oh, I'm excited today, too. So, Snoozer, we are reading a story today, and it's called A Smile in Your Pocket.
Wow, a smile in your pocket.
Now, I don't know how you can possibly keep a smile in your pocket, but we'll have to find out. This book is by Jared Zayas. Oh boy, look at that nice smile.
And the paw prints.
Yes. Oop. Okay. Oh, and the illustrator is Maureen O'Connor. It's the morning walk to school, and it doesn't feel right. The day has started gloomy when it's normally bright. Oh dear. Miles walks down the street holding his mommy's hand as they pass Mr. Lopez at his yummy fruit stand. He usually waves to them, "Buenos dias," but now he seems far away. He looks a bit tired, a bit down on this chilly, gray day. Well, maybe he's just having that kind of day. Sometimes we don't always feel happy, do we, Snoozer?
No, sometimes I feel grumpy and I say, "Hello everybody, I am Grumpy Snoozer."
Oh, Snoozer. I've never seen you like that, but I know sometimes we do feel that way. Mommy squeezes Miles' hand. She flashes a sweet smile that shines like the sun, but it only lasts for a while. Just around the corner, the garbage truck rolls on by. Mrs. Anderson usually honks hello, but she doesn't this time. Even Daisy the dog, who is always happy to see Miles and Mommy walk by, doesn't jump with much glee. Instead, she sticks her nose to the ground and takes a big sniff. She just ignores them both and continues to whiff. Looks like it was something really good. Miles is anxious, confused, his smile far away. Nothing feels right on this chilly, gray day. So anxious, he's feeling a little worried. And he's a little confused. Why is everyone acting different today? At school, his unease doubles anew. Seeing the class flag is yellow. Today, it's not blue. Yellow Flag Day. On Yellow Flag Days, there are new rules to follow, says Ms. Franklin, the teacher. Miles takes a deep swallow. I wonder what happens on Yellow Flag Day.
Probably something yellowy.
On Yellow Flag Days, you must wash your hands often to clean off the germs. It's an important precaution. On Yellow Flag Days, arrows guide the way. We don't get too close when we walk or we play. Oh, so maybe there's some sort of sickness going around and they just have to be extra careful. And when it's time for our story, we sit in our own square. Miles stops to think, and he thinks, "Hey, that's not fair." During story time, he liked to sit with a friend. They would laugh and they'd listen from beginning to end. So at story time today, Miles sits next to Caitlin. "Please sit in your own square," reminds the teacher, Miss Franklin. "I'm sorry," says Miles as he moves to his square. He's simply forgotten. The children all stare. Miles slowly feels worse. He is trying his best. He's usually happy, but today he feels stressed. It's just one of those days, Snoozer. Oh, and look at his eyes. He looks a little upset.
Poor Miles.
After story time is over, Miles acts with great care. He follows the arrows, cleans his hands. He sits in his chair. Miss Franklin walks over. "Is something wrong, Miles? It's okay to feel sad, but I sure miss your smile." So she says it's okay to feel sad. That's all right, but she does miss her smiley student, Miles. "I don't like the new rules, says Miles. They are strange. I like when things stay exactly the same. Ms. Franklin says, I know they can make you feel sad, but the new things I promise really aren't that bad. All this, she adds, is for a cause, to care and protect us. Then she takes a big pause. So they're just trying to stay safe. But it does seem a little different, and he feels a little sad. What would you say if I told you that sometimes even grown-ups get stressed and don't know what to do? Miles asks, Really? Really, she says. It's certainly true. Change is tough on us all. But you know what we do? Miles gets up. He takes a good look around. His friends are working hard. They don't make a sound. They're following the rules. They work in their own spot. Miles cares for them, and this must mean they too care a lot. We follow the rules. Miles will do his part. After all, he loves his friends with all of his heart. Yes, says Ms. Franklin, it's not forever. You're such a good boy, but seeing you smile would bring me such joy. You know what else we can do? I'll give you a smile for when you feel blue. How is she going to give him a smile?
I don't know. We will have to see.
We will. She draws on a sticky note a smiley face with a crown. Now you'll always have the king of all smiles for when you feel down. Or for no matter how you feel, one to carry in your pocket, a smile no one can steal. Oh, that was nice. It's there, a big smile. Happiness is returning to our little friend Miles. And in his mind, an idea is beginning to grow. He'll make a smile for all the grown-ups he knows. Isn't that nice? She gave him a smile, and now he wants to share a smile with his friends.
That is nice.
On the walk back home later that day, with a pocket full of smiles, he goes out of his way to hand them out one by one for the people he knew would need some good cheer to see the day through. Even Daisy the dog, on this odd little day, gets a smile on her nose, just Miles' way. It's stuck right on the dog's nose, and the dog seems happy, doesn't he?
Yes.
Of saying, when things feel a bit scary, or you feel a bit down, when you feel a bit anxious, and are wearing a frown, there are a couple things that can always stop it. Do your best to care for others, take a deep breath, and always keep a smile in your pocket. I love it. And this is ways that you can cope with change, because when things are different, sometimes it makes us not feel so good inside. All right. I like that story. And I like the idea of sharing the smile with other people to cheer up them if they're having a rough day.
Me too. Mrs. Hamilton, I hope we can do that sometime.
I know, I would like to do that too. Well, Snoozer, talking about all those different feelings and emotions reminded me of a song that I once did called If You're Happy and You Know It.
Oh yeah, I remember that song.
Yes, and it kind of talks about some of the emotions we might feel. Like, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. That's easy. It's always fun to feel happy. If you're angry and you know it, because we can all feel angry, you stomp your feet. And if you're sad and you know it, what do we say?
Boo-hoo!
Right. And if you're excited and you know it, shout, hooray!
Hooray!
All right, let's listen to that. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're angry and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're sad and you know it, cry boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you're sad and you know it, cry boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you're sad and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're sad and you know it, cry boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you're excited and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're excited and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're excited and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're excited and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! All right, well, Snoozer, you might notice that there are two things here. The first thing we're gonna make is a smiley face that we can hang up to have on hand if we're ever feeling a little blue. And it's a good reminder to always have that smile in your pocket. And then these are little cards. You can cut them out, and if you ever notice someone seeming a little blue, or you just want to give them a smile, you can pass them to your friends, and then they can have a smile in their pocket.
That's nice!
Yes. All right, let's get that face cut out. Okay. Making a smile always makes me feel happy. Doesn't it make you feel happy, Snoozer?
Yeah, I like smiley faces a lot.
So we'll hang this up somewhere where, you can't always feel happy. So on a day we're feeling not so happy, we can look at it and just remember how good it feels to feel happy.
Uh-oh! Mrs. Hamilton, you are spilling some glue on your desk.
That's okay. I'll clean it up when we're finished. I didn't cut my smile out perfectly, but that's okay.
That is okay, Mrs. Hamilton.
Yes. All right, we're going to hang this up somewhere. We'll pick a special spot so we always have that reminder to try and stay happy, even if we're not feeling happy on a particular day. And then these cards you can hold on to and maybe pass them out if you see someone's having a not so happy day, or you can just hand them out to make someone feel warm and cozy inside. Like right now, Snoozer, I want to give you a smile.
Thank you, Mrs. Hamilton.
Oh, you're welcome.
You can put it in my trunk.
So you can keep that right in your pocket or your trunk, and then take it out if you're having a day that you're not feeling quite so happy.
Okay.
Well, I had a great time with all of you today. And remember to try and keep a smile in your pocket and spread some smiles too to your friends. We'll see you all next time on Snoozer's Storytime Adventures. Bye.